Protesting doctors in West Bengal are asking tough questions of the Mamata Banerjee government, calling its silence callous. I'm Barkhadat, you're with the Mojo story. Our focus continues to be on the aftermath of the horrific Kolkata doctors' rape and murder, an incident that took place at the Arjikor Medical College. Now, since this crime unfolded, we have seen massive protests across the country. We have seen a political war. But what we do not yet know is whether there will be justice for the victim. Protesting doctors are also concerned. The West Bengal doctors who have come together to form a united front have released a statement today. They have said that they want representation when the Supreme Court meets again on the 5th. They say that the West Bengal government has not enabled this to happen. They have called the silence of the Mamata Banerjee government callous. They have very specific demands, including the resignation of the Commissioner of Police of Kolkata. It is important to know that amid the high voltage political war that is taking place and the scrutiny of this man, Sandeep Ghosh, the now disgraced principal of the RG Kaur Medical College, the protesting doctors are separate. They have led their own protest rallies and they have not associated themselves with any political group or formation. But they say that they are not getting the responses that they deserve and that they need. Not just greater representation, they have other questions as well and other demands as well. We'll be speaking to one of the leading protesters. This, as Shreya Ghoshal has released a statement cancelling her scheduled concert in Kolkata to express her solidarity with the victim and the protesters. Joining me now is Dr. Devashish Haldar. He is, of course, with the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front, one of the big nodal groups that is organizing these protests. Dr. Haldar, I saw the press statement released by you all. You seem to be quite upset with the West Bengal government. You say you're not getting any help from them. You want to be heard as a group in the Supreme Court. Talk a little bit about what you're asking from the West Bengal government and the response you're getting or not getting. Hang on, I can't hear you. Go
Hello.
ahead now. Yeah, go ahead.
In the press release, what we wanted to mention that to represent in Supreme Court as WBGDF, we wanted association registration, and for that we went to the Shastra Bhavan for only to the no objection certificate. And the other day, the yesterday, but they have just denied and they just called that we can't do that. So we think that it is a clear indication that the government doesn't want that our voice to be heard in the our voice to be represented in the Supreme Court also. And not only the Swasthya Bhavan, the every role of police commissioner, including everyone from the day one, the police is the kind of actions they are taking, the kind of role they are very questionable. That's why it has shifted to the CBI. In the previous Supreme Court hearing, it is also clear that there is some very suspicious role of police commissioners also and the whole police community. So the government, both from the health department and from the police department, we are getting no help. Rather, we are delaying the process of justice. Where we are feeling the justice delayed is justice denied.
Hmm. Now, you have said two different things. You've said Mamata Banerjee's government does not want your voice to be heard in the Supreme Court, right? Why do you feel this? Can you explain?
Yes. That's why I explained that in the process with our senior advocate in Supreme Court, Dr. Geeta Luthra, he wanted us to as this job the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front. It is a newly formed front which is just in the process of movement. She wanted us to be a process of registration that so she can represent us. For that, we went to Shastra Bhavan the other day, yesterday, and they said that we can't do any pending process of registration or we can't help anything. They said that. So we feel this is a process of denying our representation.
The other point that you have made is that the Kolkata police commissioner must resign. Now, there's a very heated debate on around the role of the police. During the one of the marches, which your doctors' protest did not join. We saw the police open tear gas and water cannons, but we also saw the police releasing images of one of their own officers who was in danger of losing his eyesight because some of the people on the streets threw stones at him. So the police has been claiming a certain degree of, being misunderstood or underappreciated here. Those are the images that you see there. One of the key demands that you have made is that the police commissioner must resign. Can you elaborate on why you
Yes.
feel this so strongly and why it's a non-negotiable demand for you?
Yes, it is for not for the march, the steals you have shown in the screen, not for that. We have explained from the day zero the kind of role they are playing in every process of uh, getting justice. The first day when the body was found, police was actually trying to remove the body, and we resisted. The people, the resident doctors of Ardika resisted them for the
Can you
magistrate
can you
inquest.
can you elaborate on this that the police was trying to remove the body?
Yes, the police came, and when the resident doctors of Arjikar hospital, they wanted that this is clearly an unnatural death and there should be an magistrate inquest. The police tried to remove the body. It's okay, we will remove the body. From the day one, from the day zero, when the case was transferred to the CBI, we saw that in presence of police, there was a construction and demolition of the walls near the crime scene. And the police said, we knew nothing. We clearly said it can't happen. If the police knew nothing, it can be happen. We clearly saw as an attempt of tampering the evidence. In the 14th August night, in the Independence Day night, when the Reclaim the Night was happening all over the Kolkata, every students, every common people was in the street. That night, a planned attack happened on the Arjika hospital, and police played a role of silent spectator, and they actually allow them to enter Arjika hospital. The miscreants, they vandalized the protest stage. They vandalized the emergency gate, and they look for the seminar room, which is the crime scene. And the police clearly, the Vinit Goyal, the police commissioner Vinit Goyal, very arrogantly then put the blame on the media only. He said that this is the reason. The reason for this attack is the misinformation spreading on the social media. This is very arrogant and very irresponsible and very incompetent. Very incompetent. We feel it is a very suspicious role of police commissioner here. And the other day, the last press conference, when the video footage came out of the crime scene of the next day morning, there was some video, there was some people there, and the police explained them as fingerprint expert, and we clearly know that they are not the fingerprint experts. They are not there. So who are they trying to hide? If they are very much in a process of they want justice, they have said we want justice too. But if they want justice, who are they trying to hide? Who are they trying to hide?
Now, I want to ask you, you've said a lot of things which are very important, and I don't think it's nationally known this point. It may be known in West Bengal, but not outside West Bengal. Your allegation that the Kolkata police tried to remove the body and the RG Corps doctors, junior doctors, stopped them. What time did this happen? Where were they removing the body to take it? What happened? Can you just be a little
Not
clear and
remove,
detailed
not
about
removed,
this?
not removed. They wanted to remove the body to. This is the normal process. They said this is that they filed a unnatural death only,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
in normal process. But it was not a normal. This was normal, not a normal incident. This is our colleague was raped and murdered in the on-duty seminar room, and the way police handled it was this is just like a very normal process. The assistant super called the parents of the victim and said firstly that it was a suicide.
Correct.
There are many questions. There are many questions. We don't know what is the truth. We don't know what is the motive.
Yeah.
But the role of the way they are acting, there are many questions and many suspicions, and the police commissioner is completely incompetent in handling the whole situation.
And you believe that the police tried to tamper the evidence, or Sandeep Ghosh and his team tried to tamper the evidence? Who are you blaming for the tampering of evidence?
There is a active nexus there who are threatening the protesters right now also in every call, not only in Arjika, there is a syndicate in health system in West Bengal. They are in every medical college, in medical college Kolkata, in NRS and SSKM. They are still trying to threaten the protesters. So why
Who
we
is
are fighting?
threatening? Who is threatening you? The police, the college,
No, no,
then
not police, not police. There is certain people who are a nexus whose head or part was Sandeep Ghosh. There was a nexus. They are still active. They are still active, and police is doing nothing about it. Police is doing nothing about it. The tampering of evidence on the 14th August, done by the miscreants. Police allowed it actually. Allowed it actually. So who the miscreants who came there to tamper the evidence, police actually played a role of silent spectator, mute spectator only.
now the police claims that no evidence has been tampered. Do you agree with this, or do you believe that evidence has been tampered?
Look, the investigation process is under CBI, which is being done under the Supreme Court monitoring. We are not saying anything, but the attempt was made for the evidence was tampered or not. We can't say, but the attempts was done to tamper the evidence. That is evidence. That is evident. There was a try. There was an attempt to uh, uh, tamper the evidence. So why was that attempt? That is
Now,
all.
the final question, let me ask you, Dr. Devashish. Do you believe there was a nexus between the prime accused, Sanjoy Roy, and Sandeep Ghosh?
We can't comment on
You
that.
don't
This
know.
we
Okay.
will.
Okay. Okay. A last question to you. A lot of doctors across the country called off their protests after the Chief Justice appealed. You all are still protesting. How long, Devashish, how long are you going to protest before we let you go? How long are you going to protest?
We have put some our 5 demands which are in our press release. When we don't know the motive of this incident, one person is arrested only. We still
Yes.
don't know there is a nexus is active or not. What were their motive? What they are. The Supreme Court is saying that the CISF is in Arjikar, so you are safe. But that is a nexus is threatening us. Who are trying to hide? We feel that there are the criminals are roaming around beside us. So how can we feel safe? How can we go back to the work? We don't feel safe here.
So you feel there are other criminals and it is a bigger conspiracy.
Yes, there may be. Why, if there is so much trying to hide,
Yeah. I suddenly lost you. Can you hear me, Dr. Devashish? Just repeat that last point. Yeah, I
hello,
can't.
I'm
I
audible.
Yes, your phone has turned upside down. Just make the last point that you said you feel you're roaming around with criminals, and I was asking you, do you believe there are other people still out there connected to this crime?
Yes, there may be, there must be.
There may be. So you're going to continue with your protest till your demands are met?
Yes, yes, we are continuing our protest, and we have made some plan of actions. We have started Avaya Clinic for the telemedicine
Yeah,
services. We have called for a nationwide program on 4th September before the Supreme Court hearing. Supreme Court hearing, we have called for it from 9 to 10 p.m. From 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. We asked everybody to dark their rooms and come out uh, in
yeah.
roads with candles and to make a human chain and to say the Supreme Court that we are still in the streets for the justice.
Well, I hope the Supreme Court does get to hear your voice, which is one of your key demands. Thank you, Dr. Haldar. And thank you for fighting the good fight for justice for this young victim, your colleague, your friend at the RG Kar Medical College. Thank you, Dr. Devashish. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.